Okay, once again, good morning, students. Today I am here with a new topic, and the topic is the female reproductive system. And I want to tell you that the human female reproductive system is consist of basically major three parts. What are these three parts? I am going to tell you. The first one is a pair of ovaries. Second, some accessory ducts. What are accessory ducts? I am going to tell you. Oviduct or fallopian tube is the first one, uterus is the second one, and the vagina is the third one. And the last part is called external genital organ or external genitalia. It contains basically mons pubis, labia majora, labia minora, clitoris, and hymen. Along with it, the human female reproductive system is integrated with mammary glands too, because there is an integration between mammary gland and human female genital organ, and this integration is for basically ovulation, fertilization, pregnancy, childbirth, as well as the child care. So along with human female reproductive system, we have to study about the mammary glands too, because after parturition, for the child care, mammary gland play a very important role. So without wasting time, I am going to start the very first one topic, ovaries. Now I want to tell you that ovaries are called as primary sexual organs. Yesterday I told you that what are primary sexual organs. Primary sexual organs are those organs which are responsible for basically gamete production. So here ovaries are responsible for production of ovum, so that's why these are called as primary sexual organs. Along with it, they are also responsible for production of some steroidal hormone like progesterone or estrogen. Is it clear? So I'm coming to the structure of the ovaries. In human beings there are two ovaries. Okay, and if I am talking about a single ovary, each ovary is 2 to 4 centimeter in length. Okay, and each ovary is located into the pelvis region, and you know that the pelvis region, but where is the pelvis region? At lower abdominal region. There is just below the lower abdominal region, you know very well that there is a pelvic girdle, and that particular region is called as pelvis region. And each ovary is located at lower abdominal region or pelvis region, or it is attached with the pelvic wall and uterus with the help of the ligament. Yani ki, so there are some ligaments, and these ligaments are holding them or placing them between the pelvis wall and the wall of the uterus. Okay. Now if we will talk about the ovaries, ovaries are covered with a thin tissue of epithelium. Yani ki it is covered with some thin epithelium tissue, and which encloses the ovarian stroma. So this is the ovary, and this is the inside the matter inside the ovary is called ovarian stroma, and it is covered by a thin layer of epithelial tissue. And this ovary has two regions, outer region and inner region. Outer region is called as there are two the outer region is called as peripheral cortex, while this inner region of inner stroma region of the ovary, it is called as inner medulla. Clear? So this is all about ovaries, and ovary are primary sexual organ and responsible for two things: first, gamete production; second, production of the hormones. The second important part of human female reproductive system is accessory glands, and I want to tell you that there are basically three accessory glands. And what are these? I am going to tell you. I want to show you this initially with the help of a figure, and the figure is here. You can see here in this diagram, you can see these two are the ovaries, and the ovaries are attached with the help of the ligament with the uterine wall. You can observe here. Now I am coming to the accessory ducts. So in accessory ducts, what are these? I am going to tell you that initially this one tube, you are observing this one tube is called fallopian tube. Okay. fallopian tube, then it is opening into this one structure. I am encircling it. This one structure is called as uterus. Okay, and this one structure you are observing where the tip of my pen is. This one structure, this is called vagina. This is uterus, this is vagina, and the opening of the uterus to the vagina is known as cervix. Is it clear? So the first one is, this one is fallopian tube, this one is uterus. Uterus opens into the vagina, and the opening of the uterus into vagina is called as cervix. Is it clear? So initially I'm talking about oviduct. Oviduct, or the another name of the oviduct is called as fallopian tube. Oviduct is also called as fallopian tube. And fallopian tube is basically 10 to 12 centimeter lengthy, long, and it extends from periphery of ovary to uterus. Once again I am showing you in the figure. Here you can observe here, this is the fallopian tube. It is extending from the periphery of ovary, and it is passing through uterus. Is it clear? Now if you will observe the part of the fallopian tube which is near about the ovary is funnel shape. This one shape is funnel shape structure. This funnel shape structure is called as infundibulum. This is called as, here you can see that this funnel shape structure is called as infundibulum, and after that you are observing that the infundibulum is leading into quite broader region comparatively to this region. This region is quite broader. This broader region is called as ampulla. Clear? The initial point we can say that the first one point of the fallopian tube, it is called as infundibulum, and you are observing here are various finger like structures, and these finger like structures are called fimri. If you will observe, it looks like the gloves of the wicket keeper in cricket match. So similarly, while the gloves of the wicket keeper are helping in the collecting the ball, similarly when the ovum is released from the ovary, these fimri present in the infundibulum help in the collecting of ovum. Now the infundibulum opens into a broader region. This broader region is called as ampulla region, and ampulla region leads into a quite narrower region. This one region is quite narrower, and this narrower region is called as isthmus. Is it clear? So there are three parts in the oviduct or fallopian tube, because the fallopian tube is the another name of oviduct. Infundibulum, ampulla, and isthmus. And at this point where ampulla is joining to the isthmus, this is the place where the fertilization takes place. Means when the sperm reaches here, then only it can fertilize ovum. If the ovum passes from here, then the fertilization will not take place. Is it clear? This is all about fallopian tube. Okay, now the next part you can easily observe here. The part which I am zooming. This one part is called as uterus. If you will observe, it looks like an inverted pear, ulta naspati. Okay, it looks like inverted pear, and this is single. मतलब एक ही आपका क्या होता है, uterus होता है, and uterus जो है, if you will observe uterus is also called as womb in our local language, and uterus has 3 layers of muscles. If you will observe, this one is the innermost layer. This is called endometrium. Okay, this one is the middle layer of the uterus. This is called as myometrium, and this is the outermost layer. This one is the outermost layer of the uterus. It is called as perimetrium. So there are 3 layers: endometrium, myometrium, and perimetrium, and all of these layers have different functions, different roles. Endometrium is basically responsible for it's a glandular layer, okay, and it regulates the menstrual cycle or various events of the menstrual cycle. Is it clear? Thickening of the endometrium causes and then after it depletes and releases mucus and some other things. Why myometrium is responsible? It is very important for the parturition process, because during the parturition is a biological term for the baby delivery. Whenever the time comes of the delivery, the wall of the myometrium start to contract and the baby comes out. And this is the last one layer, perimetrium. This is a structural unit and it helps to attach the uterus with the pelvis wall. Is it clear? Now if you will observe here, now this uterus is opening into this portion, this one portion which is blank. This is vagina basically. You are observing the uterus is opening into vagina through a narrow canal, and this canal is called as cervical canal, or this region is called as cervix. Along with the vagina, cervix is called as birth canal. If we will include these three are combinedly called as birth canal. Is it clear? Now vagina is also a tubular part. We can say that it also forms some duct like structures. Okay, and vagina finally opens into the external genital organ. So what is external genital organ? I am telling you that similar external genitalia, it has basically few parts. The first one is mons pubis, the second labia majora, third labia minora. ठीक है, and along with it has clitoris and hymen. ठीक है, okay, I am going to tell you that what is mons pubis. Okay, mons pubis, if you will observe the human female reproductive system externally, so externally it has a fatty cushion like structure in which we can find out a layer of skin and some pubic hair. This region is called as mons pubis. Mons pubis is a basically cushion of fatty tissues, okay, which is covered with skin and pubic hair. Then after that we will find out labia majora. Actually what are labia majora? Labia majora are fleshy folds of tissues which extend down from the mons pubis. यानी स्किन के फोल्ड की स्किन फोल्डी स्किन होती है, उसके कुछ फोल्ड से हमें नजर आते हैं. These are called as labia majora, and which extends down to the mons pubis and surrounded the vaginal opening. तो ये mons pubis से start होते हैं और जो vaginal opening होती है इसको surround करके रखते हैं, इसको close करके रखते हैं, इसे cover करके रखते हैं. एंड लेबिया मेजोरा की तरह ही स्किनी फोल्ड्स होते हैं जो कि अंदर की तरफ. लेबिया मेजोरा तो दीज आर लोकेटेड एट द आउटर सरफेस. लेबिया माइनोरा जो होते हैं ये भी स्किन के फोल्ड्स हैं, बट दे आर लोकेटेड जस्ट इनर साइड ऑफ द लेबिया मेजोरा. यानी लेबिया मेजोरा एंड लेबिया माइनोरा बोथ आर फोल्ड्स ऑफ द स्किन. लेबिया मेजोरा आर प्रेजेंट एक्सटर्नली और इसके अंदर की ओर लेबिया माइनोरा होंगे. ठीक है, जहाँ अब लेबिया माइनोरा जो है ये भी क्या करेगा, वजीनल ओपनिंग को कवर करके रखेगा. इज इट क्लियर? और साथ में जहाँ पर लेबिया एट द upper part of the junction of folds of the labia minora there is a fine finger like structure is there, and this finger like structure is called as clitoris. ठीक है, and clitoris partially covers the urethral opening. जो urethra से यानी urinary tract से आने वाली opening है उसे cover करके रखता है. And the vagina is partially covered or temporarily covered with a thin membrane, and this membrane is called as hymen. This membrane is called hymen, and what is generally it is observed that it has been observed that the hymen ruptures or breaks during the first intercourse or first coitus, but we can't say that the hymen is the presence or absence of the hymen is an indicator of the virginity or sexual appearance. It is completely incorrect. Sometimes what happens, if there is an athlete or who is fond of horse riding, running, jumping or cycling, so most oftenly what happens, this hymen also breaks during these activities, or sometimes after the first coitus it remains. ठीक है, so presence or absence we can't say that it is a real indicator of sexual appearance or virginity. Is it clear? So this is all about the human female reproductive system. Now as I discussed earlier that one more topic I should have to discuss with you, and this is mammary gland, because Mammary gland also play a very important role while we are discussing about the human female reproductive health, because mammary glands are required for the child care also. Now I am telling you what are I am just showing the figure, and I am going to explain what are mammary glands. These are the this is the structure of the mammary gland. A functional mammary gland contains it is also called as breast in human female. It contains glandular tissues along with variable amount of fat. You are observing here, this is the amount of the fat which may be variable in different kinds of females, and these are the glandular tissues you are observing here. Okay, and the glandular tissue of inside the breast is divided into 15 to 20 lobes. I mean to say that you are observing here, this is the only one lobe, this is the another lobe. So similarly here different lobes are not visible, but it will have 15 to 20 lobes, and each lobe contains a cluster of cells. हर एक लोब के पास सेल्स का क्लस्टर होता है, and this cluster is called as एलोविलाई और एलोविलाई. ठीक है, जैसे लंग्स में एलोविलाई होते हैं, सिमिलरली यहाँ पर भी मेमोरी ग्लैंड में भी एलोविलाई होते हैं. तो एलोवेलर सैक्स का काम क्या होता है, इन एलोविली का काम क्या होता है, दीज आर रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर रिलीजिंग ऑफ मिल्क. ये मिल्क को सीक्रेट करते हैं, और जो सीक्रेटेड मिल्क है इट इज़ टेम्परेली स्टोर्ड इन द एलोवेलर सैक्स. और एलोवेलर सैक्स से ये मिल्क कहाँ चला जाता है, देन दिस मिल्क पासिस फ्रॉम दीज एलोविलीज और एलोवेलर सैक टू द मेमोरी ट्यूब्यूल्स, और मेमोरी ट्यूब्यूल से ये फाइनली जाता है मेमोरी डक्ट में. मेमोरी डक्ट से ये जाता है आपका, it passes into mammary ampulla, and finally various mammary ampulla join together and form lactiferous duct from where the milk is sucked out. I am just once again I am telling you, initially there are mammary lobes, 15 to 20 mammary lobes are there. ठीक है, each lobe contains alveoli. ठीक है, alveoli secretes milk, then milk passes into, from the alveoli it passes into the where, from alveoli the secreted milk is stored into the lumen, or from here it passes into the mammary tubes. ठीक है, and from mammary tubes then it passes to the mammary duct. From mammary tube it passes to the mammary duct, and various mammary duct open into ampulla. इसको बोलते हैं mammary, MAMMARY, mammary ampulla, and finally mammary ampulla opens into lactiferous duct. Then finally baby sucks from milk from mammary, sucks milk from the lactiferous duct. So I am repeating it once again. Mammary, there are 15 to 20 mammary lobe. Each lobe contains various cells which are called alveoli. Alveoli release milk or secrete milk. This is temporarily stored into the alveolary sac. From here it passes into the mammary tube. Mammary tube release it into the mammary duct. Mammary duct release it into the mammary ampulla. From mammary ampulla it passes to the lactiferous ducts, from where baby sucks it. And this is the final topic of human female reproductive system. I hope you learned everything about it. Tomorrow I will meet you with next topic, gametogenesis. Thank you.